everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted Reviews with me, FreebieWits, your host. And today we're taking a look at a demo, not a full-blown game, just a demo. You could say that I am demoing a demo for you. Hardy. The game in question is Peglin, something that's been described to me as a cross between Peggle and Slay the Spire. The reason why I like Peggle and Slay the Spire is actually for mostly the same reason. They're the type of games that you can just turn your brain off and enjoy, just go with the flow. Or you can really focus and try to narrow in on the most optimal plays. The way I see it, as long as you're having fun with a game, you don't have to play it any specific way. And Peglin brings both of those genres / game mechanics together in a very weird, wonderful, and admittingly imperfect way. So one of the things that Peglin brings in from Slay the Spire is its predictability on what's going to happen next. Nothing is really a surprise in terms of enemy movements and behaviors. You're always going to know if the monster's going to hit you, when they're going to move, all that sort of thing. And you also know which card, or in this case rock or whatever, ball, you're going to draw next. None of that is out of the question. The randomness kind of more comes from where the balls land. Now, unless you're a absolute geometry expert and stuff, simple geometry and whatnot, you're not going to know where the balls land. You can sort of guide it and predict it, but after a certain point, unless, once again, you're a geometry expert or just really naturally good at the stuff, you don't know where said balls are going to go. Now, the Peggle aspects are pretty competent. They're fun. You shoot a ball or you drop it or whatever, it bounces around, it's fun, you clear out things and you hit enemies based on how many points you score. It all comes together quite well in a very cutesy package. In terms of cards, you can get different kinds of balls. You can upgrade them, you can remove them. There are a lot of random events that let you risk something to get something better. You can just get outright treasure that upgrades your play style and changes how you play sometimes. Things that let you destroy bombs in one hit instead of two. Things that let you score points when you hit the wall. Lots of little different things here and there. And let me just say, either I'm not very good at this game or it's very hard. It's hard for me. I can barely get past the first boss. I've only gotten past it once out of like 5 or 6 runs. I'm not very good at the game. That said, I do enjoy it greatly. Does that mean it's perfect? Heavens no. It is very clunky. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when you aim the ball, you use your mouse to do so. You can go out of bounds of the window, in which case you have to bring your mouse in to redirect it. It feels very weird to do so. Why they couldn't make it so that it's controlled by arrows and launched by the spacebar, I'm not entirely sure. But it does make it convenient in the fact that you can play everything with just the mouse. Next of all, this is another mechanic, is that you can choose which enemies to hit. You can either hit flying enemy in front of you or the monster that's right in front of you and closest to you. Certain orbs let you pierce multiple enemies or target ones behind them. Some orbs can't even attack air units at all. So sometimes you want to attack the enemy that's attacking you right now, or the one with the most hit points or the least hit points. It's based on situation, I suppose. Point is, you can choose which enemies to attack. You just click on it and then you launch your little Peggle ball. Another thing that's not great with the game is how clunky the map is to navigate. Now, the actual navigation is pretty fun. The board kind of clears off of all the enemies, and little symbols appear on the left or right hand side denoting the paths you're going to take. So if you shoot left, you'll go left. If you shoot right, you'll go right. Sometimes there'll be little pieces on the board, pegs and such, where if you shoot badly enough, it'll bounce off and go into the other hole that you didn't intend it to go into. The reason why I say this is clunky is because it only shows the one step ahead. You don't get to see multiple steps ahead unless you click the map button. Once you open up the map button, it shows you everything. But my question is, why couldn't they have shown the map on the right hand side? There's plenty of empty space over there. They could have shrank the space on the left a bit more to make room for that, at least for this specific phase of the fight. It's not even a fight anymore. It's the cleanup phase, as I'd like to call it. Now that said, I like the little thematic touches it makes. Depending on the monster you're fighting, you can get different peg boards, whatever you want to call them. If you're fighting a slime monster thingy, the board might look like a slime monster. If you're fighting a minotaur, you get a minotaur looking board. If you've just cleared a treasure chest, the board will look like a treasure chest with stuff inside. Another thing that irks me is the little guidelines aren't exactly perfect. If it looks like the guidelines are going past a peg and I launch it, it'll sometimes be interrupted halfway through. It feels to me that the little guidelines should be smaller than they actually are, or at least aren't very accurate in terms of how gravity affects them. It's not hugely detrimental to my amusement of the game, but it is certainly noticeable enough to be annoying. Is this game perfect? Not really, no. But does it serve its purpose as a demo? And in that regard, yes, absolutely. It shows me the base mechanics, it shows me the graphics, it shows me what I'm really getting into. And if this was to release at a reasonable price, I think I very well would get this game. So yes, the demo passes with flying colors. It does everything a demo is supposed to do. Anyways, that's my review of Peglin. I do hope that the developers who are making this game fix all those little mistakes and wish them a productive and wonderful time when the game is finally released. Anyways, my name is FreebieWits. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever, wherever you are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.